Hi, my name is Dave, also known as Red Randall on the website and by one or two friends of mine. And I've been studying with Keith for some time now. And I think for me, it's been the whole experience of a feeling as if I have a mentor, somebody who I like and whose expertise I respect, somebody who I can go in any direction with and receive really sound advice. You know, Keith, without question, is an absolute expert. He knows his stuff inside out. And I think finding a teacher like that, finding somebody who you like and you trust and who really knows their stuff is actually very, very difficult. So I'm extremely grateful to you, Keith, and I'm extremely grateful to ArtistWorks for offering me this opportunity, and it's been great for me.
Well, thanks, Dave. The check is on the way, by the way. No,
Great.
But yeah, right. Seriously, you know, it's a two-way street. Like I say, this is a conversation, you know, and when I meet somebody online for the first time and they play something and we start talking, I say, you know, this is the beginning of a conversation. You're not going to wrap everything up in 10 minutes or whatever it is. So you kind of start exploring and see which way things want to go. And in your case, you know, a lot of the players that come onto the site here are either relatively new to the instrument or maybe they've been playing for a while and they're relatively new to the style. The site starts out with you know, basic technique. Here's how to play the instrument. But before long, as you know, and as I talk about all the time, it's really an ear thing, and you really got to listen, and you got to know who to listen to, and how to pick up the language, the accent, as it were. And that's what you and I talk about a lot. Is you've got all the skills, so how do you create the language and sort of arrange your ideas? You got the ideas, so how do we talk about arranging them and stylistically putting things together? So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, that's so true. To give some examples, I'd never heard of Bill Jennings before we chatted. Now I can play Big Boy pretty much note for note, I think. I'd never heard of JB Lenore. I listen to him all the time now. I love him. I'd never heard of Robert Nighthawk, and I was literally quoting Robert Nighthawk at a jam session just the other day. Well, to be more precise, I was quoting Robert Nighthawk quoting Charlie Parker, I think, but giving that my best shot. That ornithology bit. But yeah, I mean, that's right. Your recommendations, your guidance has really enriched, well, not only my guitar playing, but also my enjoyment of this kind of music. So you're absolutely right. For me, the fascination has become the jazzier side of the Chicago scene, but also the West Coast scene, the jump blues, the kind of the jazz blues that started to come up in the late 40s, I suppose. People like Tiny Grimes and obviously T-Bone Walker before that.
Right.
And you've really helped to guide me through that music, and it's been a real eye opener, and it's been a real pleasure. So yeah, I suppose one thing I would say to prospective students is that you can pitch these video exchanges wherever they need to be. I'm sure that you're absolutely brilliant with those people who are new to the guitar. But you're right, I've had quite a bit of experience on the instrument, at least. And the conversations we've had, I mean, we've got kind of philosophical at times, haven't we, about mindset and so on. And that's been really great. I mean, that's been really helpful.
Yeah, and that's such a big aspect of the whole thing. It's the mental game, if you will, of playing music. And, you know, you've talked to me about your experiences at jams and the psychology of jams. You know, a lot of times it can turn into kind of back in the day, you know, the Chicago scene, they call it cutting heads. You know, it was brutal because these guys were playing music for survival. You know, you had to make that dollar, And if you didn't make that dollar, the other guy was going to take that dollar away from you.
Yeah.
And so it was blood sport. And
Yeah.
so we don't approach it quite the same way these days. But nonetheless, when you get up on stage, there's always that kind of thing of, well, what did that guy do? And what am I going to do? And how do I sort of keep my head up while I'm being sort of assaulted with all these different things, the audience and the sound quality and the way the band is playing, and the tempo and the key and
Right.
So how do you sort of clear your mind so that you can play something that you feel good about at the end of the day? And so there's that whole aspect of it, but it's all about the preparation and just the dedication to the details. As I say to everybody, it's blues. You don't play a million notes. Every note has to have its complete, full musical value, or else it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so the attention to detail, the persistence, it's all the basic qualities that apply to any profession. But in terms of music, it's just you got to spend the time with the instrument, and you got to work your way through the frustration that we all face, and just keep doing it. You've heard me say this a million times, is that rhythm is the core, the foundation of everything we play. And it doesn't matter you call it funk or shuffle or rock or whatever. It's not about that. It's about the ability to coalesce with another group of musicians and feel the beat and get people to stand up and wave their hands,
and to know where you fit in, to listen, and again, I think this is in the video lessons rather than our video exchanges, but you've just got some voicings of 7 chords and obviously all the kind of the 6 chords and 9 chords. So you've got a bunch of stuff on the website, which is really helpful. And if you spend time with it, my experience is that I'm starting to love the rhythm playing as much as the 2 choruses of soloing. I mean, I'm really having fun sliding around those different voicings. So that's been fantastic, actually.
And it's all part of the same spectrum. I started out, I'm sure you did the same. We all do. There was the rhythm guy back in the day. It was surf music. And there was the rhythm guitar player was the guy who only knew how to play chords because he'd only been playing for a month, And then the lead guy knew some scales, but it was 2 separate functions within the band. Obviously, as we learn, we realize, no, it's one and the same thing. It's just different expressions, harmonizing the drums or melodicizing the drums. But that's kind of what it comes down to. And, like when I play the rhythm parts, what I discovered was you would get the chord dictionary and it would say, well, here's, 27 ways to play a 9th chord. Well, in reality, there's only about maybe 4 or 5 that anybody ever uses. So that's all you need to know. You just need to know where to play those chords. That's the important thing. It isn't like this vast array of knowledge. It's like very focused.
It seems to me that the scene in general, but also the generosity of your video exchanges, because I've watched some of the others with the other students. I think it's kind of really good for the mental health of a lot of people who are involved in it. Do you know what I mean? It's really, they feel like they're pursuing something real, particularly on a world where it's easy to kind of scroll through social media and stuff. To actually pick up a guitar, to try and get better at this type of music, and then maybe to take it out into the real world on a jam session. This is a great process, and you're facilitating, you're helping people with that. But I'm curious to know, how is it for you? I mean, do you must kind of sometimes get kind of jaded with all these video exchanges and having to wade through all these submissions. You open your inbox in the morning, you say, oh God, it's full.
No, actually, it's interesting. A career in music can go in so many different directions, and finding your own pathway, when we all start out, it's like, well, I want to be a musician. Okay, well, you picture that guy on stage in front of the fans and the lights and the, all the stuff. And yes, that's one element of it. But what are your assets as a person? Not just as a musician,
right?
And I was always relatively verbal. I could write. I went to college, and so I learned all these different things, not related to music per se. But as I went further into music, I realized, well, I can. And I had a mentor educationally, Howard Roberts at Guitar Institute of Technology back in the 70s when I started there, who had the knack of breaking down a complex idea into its component parts. Mm-hmm. And you can easily be overwhelmed by something complex. I mean, playing music is complex. You're thinking on your feet, you're juggling all these different things at the same time. Mm-hmm. It can be intimidating and it can cause you to freeze up. How do you break it down? Well, he said, put your finger here. Okay. Now put your finger there. Got it. Okay. Now first one to the second one. Got it. Okay. Well, there you go. Now let's add the third one. And, you keep doing that over a period of time, and you've, played something that you first thought was impossible. Yeah. So he did that. Another guy, Don Mock, from Seattle, unbelievable guitar player and great teacher, had the same gift of breaking down complex ideas into simple steps. So I learned from those guys, and I realized that, my path through music, yes, I'm a player, but I can also verbalize, I can teach, I can write. And so I really enjoy it, I guess, is the bottom line.
Right.
Is
Good.
that
great?
Yeah, when I get an exchange from somebody that's having a hard time, I think that's great. That's great. Now we got something to talk about,
Yeah.
And yeah, so I really enjoy teaching.
Well, I'm sure you know this, but most of your students won't get this opportunity. And so let me say, I should think on behalf of quite a few of us that, the encouragement that you give, that really lands in quite a profound way for quite a lot of us. It goes beyond whether or not we play better at the next jam session. It goes beyond that, so that's a real gift that you're giving to people.
Oh, I appreciate that. Really.
Yeah, I'm sure you know that already, but it doesn't hurt to say it since I've got this opportunity.
Yeah.
My name is Dave, and I'm an ArtistWorks student.